Guys, today we have some imminent trading opportunities to talk about. So if you are invested in crypto right now, you will want to watch this video. I'm going to give you the short-term opportunities here. I'm also going to talk about how this current cycle is performing compared to previous cycles. And this gives us a very good clue as to what is to come here. So be prepared for that. So welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you are new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. And before we start, guys, I want to wish you a fantastic Sunday. I do appreciate every single one of you watching this video right now. So what we can see here is that we're having some volatility here for Bitcoin. We're having this red candle like 12 hours or so ago, and we're having this currently trying to push down the Bitcoin price here. So we're watching this, guys, and the support level we got here we know is pretty strong. We dipped into it right here, boom, straight up. We dipped into it right here as well and went up from this point. So we can expect probably this level to shoot up the Bitcoin price if we dip into it again. So we do have this as massive support right now. But there's a couple of things we need to pay attention to, both on the long and on the short term. The first one is, of course, the 200-week moving average. We do have this closing today. So if we can close this above the orange line here, the 200-week moving average, that is a very, very good sign. So we are going to find out in like 12 hours if this is going to get closed above this level or not, which gives us a good indication of whether the bulls or the bears are in control of the market right now. Now, there's a couple of short-term things you want to pay attention to as well. So this kind of pattern where we have a downwards trend and then we shoot up, downwards trend, shoot up, downwards, boom, and downwards. And then we usually do on the breakout here, we usually see a much stronger move to the upside. So we're not seeing that yet. Maybe that is to come, but we're watching this as well. Then you have, of course, this is also just showing you how we consolidate in these patterns, and then boom, 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 we shoot up. But we do have a couple of things to pay attention to. So the wedge I was talking about yesterday and how this was looking likely to act as support for Bitcoin should we come down here. Well, we have hit it right now. So let's see if this can act as strong support, just like we have seen here previously. So we want to watch this, guys, and we want to see if this is actually going to be the case. So this is probably the most likely way to do it off of the bodies of the candles. So we are watching this, but we do have another trend line as well, and that is this one. So this trend line goes all the way back to March of 2022. So this is very strong. And this means that we are either, because we have this trend line right here on also on the daily time frame, but during a much shorter time space, so to speak. This goes just to June. This goes all the way to March. So this is way longer, but we will either have to break through this level or break down from this level. You can see the Bitcoin price is in between here. So this trend line you're seeing here would be something like this, right? So we will either have to break this to the downside. Either this one to the downside or this one to the upside. So we're watching. Let me know down in the comment section which one of those you think is going to happen. Now let's talk about the longer time frame. So this is the average performance from Bitcoin after each halving. So we've had two halvings. We have had two performances so far. So you have the best performance is the upper edge of the blue cloud here. The worst performance is the lower edge of the blue cloud. And then you got the average right here in gray. And then you have the current performance of the current halving here. So we've had three halvings. The latest halving is the orange. You have the first halving, which is the top here. The second halving, which is the bottom of the blue cloud. And you can see something very, very interesting here. But you can see that the price action is, although in terms of percentage performance, it's not exactly the same, but in broad strokes, it's kind of acting similarly. So you have right after the halving, you have this big pump, which you saw in the first halving right here, and in the second halving right here as well. Big pump. And then you reach a peak here. You reach a peak right here. And you basically reach the same peak in the first and in the second halving and also in the third halving. So the time frame is kind of the same. But then you start to consolidate a little bit and you make a second peak. So you make a second peak right here. So you have the first peak in this current halving and the second peak in this current halving. Not every halving has a two-peak market, but you can see that we have a first peak here and then we have a second peak here as well. And even this one you can see that we start after the halving or after the peak here, start to consolidate, start to go down. And you can see we did that in this halving as well. Started to go down here, found a potential bottom right here. And this one, I mean, we could still, if you just look at what has been happening previously, you can see that during this halving, we did have a big drop right here. We didn't see it in the first halving, we just went sideways here. But nonetheless, we're having a downtrend. But in the second halving, we had this final kind of shakeout here. So the question is, this final shakeout, was this one? Or are we yet to see this final shakeout? Maybe we come down to the same level here at like $18,000, $20,000 again. But from that point, and you can see that in general, this is the kind of vicinity time-wise where we do see this bottom. So this would mean like in the next couple of months, we would see the bottom if history is to repeat here. And then usually we do take off into the next kind of cycle here. So yeah, very interesting chart, guys. Let me know if this was helpful to you. Let me know what you think is going to happen here. Finally, I want to remind you that on the 10th of August, you're going to have the CPI data released, the inflation numbers. These are going to have a massive impact on the crypto markets. So we're watching this, guys. And I'm going to, of course, keep you updated. But this happens in less than 36 hours or so. Sorry, not 36 hours, in less than 72 hours. So we are watching this. Let me know down in the comment section, up or down, based on the CPI data. Okay, guys, that's what I got for you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.